Hey guys, welcome to the stream. If you're new here, my name is Brian Craig, and this is where MAGA comes to talk. Let me adjust my mic. There we go. Welcome, and this is huge. I woke up this morning and saw this. This is amazing. This is the full body mugshot of the greatest president ever, Donald Trump. And, you know, all this talk from CNN, these lowlives in the fake news, corporate media, over his weight. They're just obsessed that his weight, he weighed in at 215 pounds. And it's really disgusting that when you look at this travesty against our entire system of governing in this country, here we have 4 indictments and 4 arrests of the leading opposition to the establishment political forces in the D.C. Beltway. And what CNN is concerned about is whether or not he really is 215 pounds. And then someone on the Trump team took this incredible photograph of President Trump. And I've noticed in the Trump rallies, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this too, my wife and I on my podcast have talked about this, about how he has lost weight. And you see President Trump here, and look at this. I mean, he is trimmed down a lot, hasn't he? He looks great. And that's, you know, one of the things that has them so flipped out is this is not the mugshot they wanted. They had in their mind these jerks, these fake news media, uniparty phonies and all of this that have been dreaming of the Trump mugshot for years. I mean, they've been fantasizing about a Trump mugshot for years and years and years. And they had in their mind kind of like a Nick Nolte kind of mugshot with the hair sticking straight up and everything else. And then what do we get? We get this very handsome man who's confident with the eye of the tiger in his eyes, ready to take on these evildoers that are trying to bring down this country and turn us into a permanent police state. But you guys let me know in the live stream, or if you're not watching live, let me know in the comments. Does he look like he's trimmed down? That's absolutely amazing, isn't it? Isn't that a great photo? He looks spectacular, President Trump. And, you know, probably a lot of it has to do with golf. You know, golfing is a lot of exercise. Even if you're going around in a golf cart, people don't realize this. A lot of upper body. You are walking a lot. You're outside. And so a lot of exercise and great sun comes in play with that. And I mean, I just saw that and I thought, wow, that's an amazing photograph. Yeah, the full body mugshot of the greatest president ever, Donald Trump. Again, if you're new here, this is where MAGA comes to talk. My name is Brian Craig, and I live stream 7 days a week. I upload a lot of content here other than my live streams, including my podcast. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and we have got a great MAGA community, as you can see in our chat room, that are a part of this channel. And thanks, everyone. And, of course, we always take live calls here on this stream. Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling
good morning.
from?
Yeah, this is Richie. Good morning. Happy Saturday, brother.
Richie the Bush. Right now, does President Trump not look thin, trim, and handsome in that photo?
Absolutely. You know how they knocked him for all those years, telling him that he ate hamburgers and French fries and he was too fat. Now that he loses the weight, they're saying he's stressed out.
Yeah, I know.
These people are desperate. And
Yeah.
I got to tell you something. What shocked me? I watched After You, naturally. He comes on later, Dan Bongino, and Dan Bongino says he's got connections. And he said this is the biggest blunder. This mugshot was the biggest blunder they ever had. He has single-handedly got us the black community.
Oh, yeah.
They're all. If you go on TikTok, I'm telling you, they're all for him. When they went through that parade in Atlanta, they were cheering him.
Well, you know, blacks in this country, they do not like oppression from the police and from law enforcement and the injustice system. So yeah, you're right about that.
Absolutely. I want to thank that lady down there for indicting him and taking his mugshot, which I want to thank Willis. She did what
Fani
we couldn't
Willis.
do for the last 40 years. What she did in one mugshot, she turned the whole community of blacks against against Biden and for Trump.
That's
this
right.
This is a revolution. I mean, this is incredible to me. And you know, anybody. And by the way, I'm going to knock some of these talking points out that they have on the left. Okay, a disgraced, 4-time indicted, and 2-time impeached, but they leave out one major thing: all Democrats. Not one Republican impeached him.
That's
and
right.
He got impeached, by the way. He got impeached for that phone call, which they're finding out now was a corrupt phone call that they tried to cover up the Biden's truck. They didn't want him to get rid of Shokin.
Yeah.
So all of this is coming to a head. They are exposed, and the only thing they have is to lock up people. That's the only thing they have. And
now, when you now let me ask you. You know, you look at, you know, I think President Trump has broken and I think this is true. He has broken a world record so far as polling. I don't know if he can go any higher in the poll, because you're always going to have some people that don't approve of you, right? I mean, this is amazing. But moving forward, are they gonna get worse? Are they gonna get more tyrannical? Or are they gonna finally there's nothing we can do to stop this guy?
No, they're not going to try. They're going to get worse. They're going to have to get worse because they're being all exposed. They are literally being all exposed, and the Republicans are being exposed. There's Larry Hogan, this creep in Maryland.
Yep.
They're all. I mean, the Romneys, all of them are going to go down the toilet. It's too much already. They can't stop. They can't stop this impeachment, by the way, because it's going to become so obvious. They got this Shokin, by the way. Shokin said, he says, I feel he was bribed. You know, I mean, he was bribed. Where's all this money coming from?
Yeah.
People, it's Brian. This is a great day in America, believe it or not.
It sure is.
It might look, it's great.
Look at me. I am wearing a Hawaiian shirt, just relaxed and everything. You know. The reaction.
This is fun to watch.
Well, this is the thing. Okay, the Uniparty and the media, they're in total meltdown mode right now, because we're supposed to be in a complete state of panic, chaos, and depression, and the entire MAGA movement is energized from this.
Well, this isn't. Yeah, you're right. This isn't. This is the deep state against American patriots. It's not even the MAGA movement. You got Democrats involved here too.
That's
you
right.
have the black community starting to wise up. Finally, they wised up. They see what's going on here. They don't like it. And let me tell you something. They can't stop the American voter. They're in a panic stage. They know they're going to get crushed. If this election goes through, they will be crushed.
Well, you know, this is another thing too that often is missed when we're talking about these things. Obviously, the vast majority of the American people are behind Trump. I mean, there's no denying that with the polls and everything else.
Probably 70%.
Yeah. And, I mean, if you took out California and New York out of the equation, we might be at 85% support or behind President Trump. So, I mean, think about how arrogant these people in the deep state are, the fake news corporate media, and the Washington insiders in the Uniparty. When they're fighting against 75 to 85% of the American people, they think they know better.
Yeah, well, let me ask you a question, and this pertains to this. What do you think the border is open up between? Nobody ever knows why. There's a reason for why they let everybody in here. Do you know what the reason is?
Well, they
want to flip Texas.
That's right. It's
Texas. If they flip Texas,
we're done. We're done. If they flip Texas, this country's done. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what they're after here. They don't. Everything they do there's a reason behind it. It just doesn't happen like this.
Well, if you remember, for years they had a whole campaign, the Democrats, called "Turn Texas Blue," which has failed. So now that's what this is happening. This is what's going on now. Remember,
what this is all about.
This is how California got flipped. California used to be a strong Republican state, Nixon, Reagan, and the border is why California has flipped.
They flipped New York, too, believe it or not. New York was a conservative state. The city was the only thing that wasn't.
That's true.
They flipped everything because they're letting illegals vote. And illegals do vote. That's why they don't want voter ID. This is such a plot against the American people.
I saw a story in the local news here in Florida earlier this week about the undocumented children's first day in school and how they have to have Spanish-speaking teachers. Why, if they're undocumented, how the hell are they in school? I remember when I registered my daughter for school, I had to come up with all kinds of documents. I don't understand why undocumented children are in school in the United States.
Yeah,
They're not entitled to an education here.
Yeah, that's the law. They got to put kids in the school.
Not if you're illegal. It's not. I mean, people come. Listen. You're 100% correct, Richie, about Texas. Texas is the state that's been saving this country.
Yeah, and they're after it, and they're getting closer every time. The last thing I want to say is that Hawaii, by the way, which is a Democratic state. I mean, they're as blue as could be blue, have been abandoned by the government. The people are suffering, and if it wasn't for other people on the island helping those who've lost family members, children, and houses and businesses, they're in big trouble. Nobody says about Hawaii.
And also, I mean, this is a bit of a national embarrassment. We're getting foreign aid. The Hawaiians are getting foreign aid from Japan. Japan has done more to help Maui than the reason that Biden hasn't done anything for Hawaii is he can't get 10% out of it because all the resources are there. He can't steal any money. And Hawaiian relief.
He also neglected the place that blew up in Pennsylvania. He hasn't been there either because, I mean, they're Republicans.
And Obama, Obama says he's from Hawaii. I haven't heard Obama utter a syllable about Maui, and he claims to be a native Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm starting to think Obama may not be from Hawaii. What do you think?
Brian, the way that things are going, man, I mean, laugh it up between you and I and everyone out there. I mean, I know a lot of people listening to your station this morning. Let me tell you something. Our country is in the middle of a coup, a silent coup. And America has woken up.
That's right. All right, Richie.
And when I see the black community, real quick, when I see the black community one after the other saying they're voting for Trump because the government's been against them for all these years, and they see the persecution on President Trump, they don't like it because they feel it. And then
that's right.
They said if the government is against them, we're for them. And I'm going to tell you right now, the government here is out of control. Have a great morning, brother.
There's no doubt about it. Richie the bus driver. Now, listen, I always take live calls. It's the same number I use during the week. And, of course, all the calls are screenless. You're welcome to call in. If you're watching live, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Now, I saw a story that the Biden regime is doing some ceiling fan regulation. And I'm going to reach over and turn my ceiling fan on. Are we still allowed to use them? Hold on. I have to step out of camera reach here. But I'm going to turn my ceiling fan on because it's hot in here. Hold on. I got to walk back here. Okay. Oh, yes. All right. The ceiling fan is on. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jeff from Maine. How you doing, Brian?
Hey, Jeff. Now, does President Trump look handsome, thin, trim, and slim, 215 pounds to you in this photograph?
He sure does. He looks fantastic, and he's the only way his numbers will go up is if the Republicans nominees all drop out and say we're endorsing Donald Trump, and they all should do it.
So you think Trump is peaked out in the poll? He's so high, and the Trump haters are behind are in this little group with the Ramaswamis and DeSantises.
I absolutely believe that, and those donors that are supporting these yahoos, knowing they have no chance. So what are they doing with that money, Brian, that they're feeding these Republicans running for president who know they cannot even come close? What is he up, 40, 50, 60%?
Well, I would imagine, Jeff, what's going on right now with these Trump haters in the Uniparty, the deep state and all that, you had two things happen. Well, there's been three happenings this week, right? The incredible, and I'll do them in reverse, the incredible support behind President Trump after the mugshot. They're always scheming. They always think when this one thing happens, we're going to turn on Trump. And they thought the mugshot was going to turn us and say, he can't win. We got to jump behind somebody else. And it's made him more popular. The other two things are the incredible number of people, it's over 250 million that watched the Tucker interview with the president, and the non-event of the Fox News Republican debate. So I would imagine right now these anti-Trump forces are regrouping, trying to figure out what can we do. I mean, what's our next step? They've got to be adjusting their plan to try to stop the MAGA movement.
I think the only thing they could do is get one nomination that they all support, thinking that, together maybe they could do that. Everything they're scheming has come to naught.
Yep.
It actually has helped Donald Trump. And they must realize that. Are they that ignorant or stupid? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It just seems to me they are.
Yeah. What other conclusion can you take from it? How would you describe President Trump in the full body mugshot? I think he looks handsome, like a movie star.
Cool, calm, and collective.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a worry in his body.
Yeah. No. Look, I mean, you can tell, and the body language says a lot. There's zero tension in his body. And if you notice how he's standing, this is a professional stance that actors use when they're taking photographs. You put the head out and all that stuff. I mean, if he were stressed, if he had a worry, you'd see it in his body language, I think, in the full body mugshot here.
I think it looks like I'm coming. I know everything. That's what it looks like to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, wait till it's my turn.
Mm-hmm. That's right,
that's
Jeff.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
he's like,
I know.
Hey, I'm just waiting for my timing, and when I come for you, boy, what's going to hit the fan.
Oh, yeah. When I saw this mugshot this morning, when I woke up, the full body mugshot, and I was like, wow. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, all this talk about, he can't really be 215 pounds. Look at him. He's really trimmed up.
Yeah, he has. Mm-hmm. And, we haven't seen much of Melania. I'd like to see her with him a little more because he is a family man.
Well,
you can't
I'll tell you
that.
what happened. I mean, you saw this deranged Democrat lady had threatened Barron at his school and was arrested this week.
Oh, my gosh.
And I imagine that is probably, I know. She did it through the electronically, and she got busted by the feds in Chicago, a Democrat lady. So I imagine that is probably one of the reasons we haven't been seeing Melania around so much.
And that's sad that,
well,
but he would never put his family in harm's way.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, take care, man. Good to hear from you.
Okay.
All right. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. It's Berta from Texas. I love that eye of the tiger.
Oh, yeah. How do you think President Trump looks in the full-body mugshot?
Oh, my God, he looks great. But if you look at him in that picture, what is he saying? What is he saying? Gloves are off.
That's right.
His posture, his look, that eye, oh, my gosh.
You know what I think he's saying? Would you guys mind if I use profanity? You know what I think he's saying in that mugshot? You know what I think he's saying? Fuck you, I'm coming, I'm going to win. That's what he's saying.
Exactly.
Is that okay?
Exactly. I didn't want to say that. But that's
true.
Exactly. He's saying my gloves are off. I'm coming after you.
Yep.
Watch your back. So now they're panicking. Look, so what I did yesterday, I went all over. It's international. They had that mugshot in Spain. My family's from Spain. I was hearing everything they were saying. They were saying that America, look what America has become. I went to Central America because I have, again, all the pictures all over. It's international. And then the best thing about this is, there's these candidates, they need to drop out. Look at, let's use common sense, like with the folks in the streets out there that are working hard in America. What we did, Trump today is polling at 58% in real politics. Add up all the Republican candidates, all of them, everything they're running, their numbers, it's 38%. There's no way you're going to beat up to them.
Yeah.
Let it go. And support Trump because he needs the support. If the people see that, they're not having the reaction they wanted. Why? They wanted to see, what kind of picture they wanted to see? A Paul Pelosi picture.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They wanted to see that, but they got the eye of the tiger, and they know what that means. That means I'm coming after you.
And look at how trim the president is in this. He looks
oh my gosh,
great.
He looks great. He is ready for fight. You know what he's ready for? He's ready to fight for us. That's what he's ready. Gloves are coming off, and it's like one of those WWE fights that he's going to smack down. That's exactly what he's going to do.
That's right. Well, Bert,
Brian,
it's good.
I had to say that. I am so excited. I was so down when they did that to him, but when I saw that picture, it brought me back up. I said, he's not worried. He's going after them.
Hey, Bert, take care. Thanks for calling. All right, thanks so much. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Robbie Garrett from Lawton, Oklahoma.
Hey, Oklahoma. What's up?
Not much. You are obsessed with Trump. The worst president in our history, Brian.
The worst? Who are you talking about? The worst? Jimmy Carter or Biden? Who's the worst president?
Donald Trump.
What makes him the worst president?
First off, he's the one. He single-handedly lost the midterms for us. He's a petulant narcissist 2-year-old.
Well, if you knew what you were talking about, you would know that
I know what I'm talking about.
Just slow down. Maybe you don't. Maybe you should wait to hear what I'm going to say and then disagree with it, so it'll sound like meaningful disagreement and not just knee-jerk disagreement. How about that? Okay. If you knew what you were talking about, you talk about those first midterms, you would understand that historically, all presidents, regardless of how popular they are, that first midterm, they typically lose in the House and in the Senate. That's historic. Pretty much. I mean, there's exceptions to every rule, but the rule of thumb is that's what happens. So that's kind of the norm, right? And when you say lost, I mean, who did we have in those first 2 years? Paul Ryan, a complete snake, who has done everything he can do to undermine President Trump. So, what makes it? So I'm going to ask you the question again, since you were wrong about that one. What you said he's the worst. Excuse me. You said that the great Donald Trump is the worst president ever. Give me an example of him being the worst president ever.
He's a petulant narcissist, for one. That's all he cares about is himself.
These are petty jabs. Let me give you an example, okay? Bill Clinton was having sex with a 25-year-old intern in the Oval Office while he made phone calls to foreign leaders. That's low-life, disgusting behavior. The presidents have done a lot of. Joe Biden has driven the price of everything through the roof, where I even find myself pinching pennies. So give me other than your petty little comments that mean nothing. Give a policy example of his. Excuse me. Give me a policy example of President Trump's that makes you say that he's the worst president in history.
Oh, I can't because his policies were awesome.
If his policies were great, then how could you say he was the worst president ever? Lyndon Johnson gave us the biggest poverty move we've ever had in this country with the war on poverty. So through his policies. So wait a minute. So calm down, Oklahoma. You began by saying he's the worst president ever. I push you on it, and you say his policies were great. So how can you say that?
Oh, they are. Because his petulant narcissism is what is
most every every president. And really, if you look in Congress, most of them are narcissists. If somebody believes that they have, excuse me, if someone believes that they have the answers to the world's problems, there's a little arrogance that comes with that.
Trump believes he has the answers to everything.
What president doesn't think they're the answer to everything? That's why they say vote for me, no one else.
Brian, we need somebody like DeSantis or
DeSantis. DeSantis couldn't beat Disney World. He lost in his battle with Disney. Ramaswamy is connected to Soros. Are you out of your mind?
Did you know that?
What?
Did you know that?
No, what?
Trump.
Trump is not connected to George Soros.
Yes, he is.
If Trump, let me tell you, if Donald Trump,
he got $190 million loan from him. Did you know that? Look it up.
If Donald Trump, I don't have to look up that, and I'll tell you why. If Donald Trump had a connection to George Soros, I wouldn't have to look it up. It would be common knowledge because they would use it against him to try to turn MAGA forces against him. Hey, listen, I'm going to take some other calls. Take care, Oklahoma. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jersey Mike from West Palm Beach.
Hey, Mike, turn down the volume of whatever you've got on in the background. Okay?
I will. Thank you. Bye.
It's interrupting the flow here.
I turned it off.
Okay, what's on your mind, West
turned
Palm?
it off. I was told by he's a very brilliant man, Steve, and I was told that if I had a problem with my air conditioner in my 2014 Cadillac AST, that all I needed to do is put a charge in, and that was basically incorrect, but that doesn't matter.
What are you talking? What the hell are you? Excuse me. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is about
do you got the right? Do you have the wrong number?
Is this True Oldies?
Who you trying to call? Oh my gosh, this guy! I got the wrong number. Oh my goodness, guys! Oh my goodness! Hey, I'll take calls on air conditioning repair. Wouldn't be the first time. No, what he's doing is he was trying to call the radio station that I'm on during the week. And people call the radio station all the time that when I'm not there looking for me. And that's kind of what happened with that guy. But anyway, our number, if you'd like to call in, is toll-free, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. So this picture, I just want to go over this because this is really pretty cool. This is a full body. Yes, you're on the air.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Ron, hold on for a second, Ron. I'll be right with you. If you're just joining in, this is a full-body photograph of the mugshot. Someone on the Trump team, I'm assuming, took this picture, and it's a full body of the mugshot. Okay, this is actual, and I wanted to point out how thin and trim our great president is looking. All right, so what's your name again? Where are you calling from?
Brian from Louisiana.
Hey, Brian, what's up?
Hey, I was just wondering, did you ever think
I lost you. What? Speak up. You got to speak up. You did something to your phone. Did you pick up and put it on the speaker? Yes. Oh, my goodness. All right. We're in troll area now, but that's okay. The show will go on. I won't be stopped by these guys. So the reason I share this, I want to go over what some of these lowlives and snakes have been doing. When the mugshot story first happened, and hold on, caller, I'll be right with you in a second. When the mugshot was first released, CNN was obsessed with his weight, and because he said he weighed in at 215. I want to get into that. What's on your mind, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Matthew from Oklahoma, a real caller from Oklahoma.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, yeah, that last jackass, he was, man, I don't know what he was on, but I just didn't want him to give Oklahoma a bad name. Yeah. Oh, but, yeah, President Trump looks awesome in that new video, and, man, he's going to get over 100 million votes this time.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why they're arresting him all the time.
Yeah, they know they can't beat him fairly, so they're trying to cut him down. But anyway, love the show, Brian. I got to go. Thanks.
All right, take care. MAGA in Oklahoma. So this is CNN Live when the report first came out. Hold on, caller. If I keep taking calls, I'll never get to the audio. Let me play this. This was CNN Live.
They did provide in the records his height and weight, 6'3", 215 pounds.
Hold on, caller.
215 pounds. 1.5.
But did they say that they took it because we were told that he filled out some papers ahead of time?
I don't think they put him. It doesn't look like they put him on a scale.
No, my understanding is he was given the ability to fill out some paperwork ahead of time, including his weight.
And he he filled out, Donald Trump said that he weighs 215
I was
pounds.
not there, but
It's a self-reporting.
But it's a self-reporting. Yeah.
So he's lost 25 pounds since he was president, is what we're understanding. Because he was, I believe, Dr. Ronnie Jackson said that he weighed something like 242 for his official physical, which people at the time were skeptical of that
It says
number.
here, we're looking at the document.
White male.
6'3", 215 pounds, hair blonde or strawberry, eyes blue.
Did he fill that out as too, blonde or strawberry? Or is that...
I think all of this was
how does strawberry end up in a booking sheet?
That's a good question, not something.
Oh my goodness. American democracy is collapsing and they're worried about hair color and weight. Hey caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Brian from Louisiana again. I'm sorry I got cut off.
Okay, Brian, we lost your phone connection, but you're back now. What's on your mind?
All right. Trump is a billionaire, and all this crap is going on and everything. How do people think, some people think, that he can be bought? He can't be bought.
You know, he's got too much money to be bought. He doesn't have, you can only have so much money.
Yeah, the reason why they're doing that is to get to us and destroy this country.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they want, and power.
That's right.
That's all they want.
That's right.
So, and I don't think all these court cases are going to go to court. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll be going through court system. Absolutely. They have to.
You think?
Yeah, they have to. Yeah, especially in Fulton County. The Fulton County, there's so many people charged. Two of the Fulton County group have already asked for speedy trials. So, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these will get through the court system.
And I loved it when they went through the hood the other day with it. They all saying, "Go Trump." They love Trump.
Yeah. Don't they? Of course. Don't you? I love Trump. They love Trump just like us. You know, when he drove through the streets of Atlanta, you know what it reminded me of? When President Trump drove through the streets of Atlanta, and the black residents of Atlanta who live really in terrible conditions. I mean, Fulton County's a S-hole.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm a truck driver, so I go through Atlanta a lot, and it's a crap hole.
It sure is. But the love I saw from those people along the streets of Atlanta for President Trump kind of reminded me when he did that drive-by when he was in the hospital with COVID. Remember? And everybody was outside of Walter Reed Hospital. It was kind of like that kind of cheering and love.
Because I've been listening to other conservatives, and he's going to win by 40. He's going to win 45 states this time.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think they can cheat this time because they won't. He's going to be so much ahead. And they won't be able to
he's so far ahead now. Hey, listen, take care. Thanks for the call, man. So you can see the obsession on CNN over his weight. It really cracks me up how obsessed they are over President Trump's weight here. And you look at that photograph.
They did provide in the records his height and weight, 6'3", 215 pounds. So it's out there.
215 pounds.
1.5.
But did they say that they took it because we were told that he filled out some papers ahead of time?
I don't think they put him. It doesn't look like they put him on a scale.
No, my understanding is he was given the ability to fill out some paperwork ahead of time, incling his weight.
And he he filled out, Donald Trump said that he weighs 215
I was
pounds.
not there. But
hear how annoyed, and you can hear Tapper in the background, just like, this can't be.
Self-reporting.
But it's his self-reporting. Yeah.
So he's lost 25 pounds since he was president, is what we're understanding. Because he was, I believe, Dr. Ronnie Jackson said that he weighed something like 242.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he looked 215 in that picture to me. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. It's IB. How you doing?
Hey, IB. What's up?
First of all, I don't know if you remember John Casablanca at School for Acting and Elite Modeling.
Yes.
I took that in the late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious. See, they thought when they got the picture, even in my mind, I would picture some numbers in the orange jumpsuit with a side profile. That's what I would normally think. But me having been to John Casablanca, what I see is a guy who went in for an acting gigs, he didn't bring his headshots with him. So what they did was they sent him to a side room and had their in-house photographer take the picture. It's a freaking great picture. It's a great picture with the perfect background for when you don't have that 8x10 headshot. It's a modeling picture. It's crazy.
This is the actual mugshot. So someone from the Trump team obviously took out their iPhone and snapped this. But since you went to the John Casablanca School of Modeling, I'm sure you would recognize what President Trump is doing here. There's a couple things. What he's doing is a professional actor's stance. He's got his feet flat, his body very casual, and he's sticking his head out a little bit forward, and it gives you a little better look. He's doing a professional stance here, and it looks great.
Trump has been probably to more events than, I don't know, but the most popular 10 billionaires. Think of all the commercials, all the interviews, all the different talk shows he's been on, going into the green room, waiting to be called on stage and so forth. He already been in. This is like being at home. I'm thinking like the real criminal shot. What they did by actually having this in that way shows the juvenile way of thinking that they should have gone full force. Once they got the full arrest, this time with the handcuffs and everything, they should have gone full force with the end part of it. They forgot when they got to that point. Then what do we do? How do we act from now? How do we now put in a filler once we got to this point? This is why they're talking about drivel. Anyone who gets arrested have all of their basic information on that sheet. And this is what they're talking about on the news, his color of his eyes, his height, his weight. I don't want to keep saying this word. I just said one time, arrested development. Okay? It is absurd that these are adults sitting around talking this way when the country is burning in many different ways.
Well, you know what though? These jerks. This panel on CNN with Jake Tapper and Anderson Cooper, they were just so upset about the way you look here. He looks 215 to me. He's trimmed down a lot. But they've been obsessed over his weight. I remember when President Trump got COVID from Amy Coney Barrett, gave him COVID, right? And he was in Walter Reed. CNN was blaming him for getting COVID. They were saying he was obese, remember? They were saying he's obese and all that stuff. And now they're upset that he's trim.
Yeah, you love the McDonald's and blah, blah, blah.
I love McDonald's too.
It's just drivel. I cannot believe this is what these people are discussing on national television. But they have to put in a filler. They must continue every day, trying to chip away at Trump. I mean, they can't stop talking at this point. These people are in a panic as if they're going to be losing their home or getting evicted out of an apartment. Eventually, that knock is going to come on the door from the sheriff that would eventually throw out all of your belongings that would have still in the house. My point is, the Democrats are at the end of their road. They're unplugged. They're discovered. We know what's going on in the country now. The panic is setting in. Once Trump basically gets back into power, they know that the sheriff is going to come knocking on the door. These people don't know where their futures are going to lie now, and there's no way they're going to overwhelmingly cheat like Steve Kane says. We must win beyond the margin of error, and that error is going to be huge.
We're going to have the largest Republican turnout ever. Hey, listen, take care, IB. It's good to hear from you on the weekends. Now, listen, guys, if you'd like to support my content, I know you guys want to support all my content, the YouTube channel, the radio show, my podcast. The best way to do that is to go to mypillow.com and use my promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. And now remember, you can take advantage of all the specials at mypillow.com with my promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. All right? And I was talking yesterday, the MyPillow 6-piece towel set is back. These were out of stock for quite some time, in large part because of you guys. They're so popular. And you can see this is a new color right here. I'm not sure what you call that color, but that's a new color. They're just $39.99 with my promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. And this is amazing. The regular price is $109.98. So this is a huge discount. And the MyPillow towels, my wife's going to order us another set. We have 2, but you can never have too many towels in the house, right? It saves you from doing so much laundry. But I'll tell you a couple things about these MyPillow towels. We've had the MyPillow towel set since they've been available. And, of course, we wash them and dry them weekly. They look like the day they arrived in the mail because everything Mike Lindell makes is high quality. So order your MyPillow towel sets, just $39.99. at checkout at mypillow.com with my promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. That's important, so you're supporting my channel and all my content. And believe me, your support with the promo code Kane is very much noticed by Mike Lindell himself. They're blown away at the support they get from this audience. They do a lot of advertising that's national and everything, and you guys are so loyal to MyPillow with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. Even though I'm not Hannity or one of these guys, they call me and are telling me all the time how amazed they are at the mass response from this audience. Remember, you can use my promo code Kane for all the specials at mypillow.com, not just the ones I talk about, but right now, the MyPillow 6-piece towel set, that's a huge deal. Yeah, the MyPillow My Slippers, as low as $25 as well with the promo code Kane, and you can see they have new colors in and everything else. So go and check those out, guys, all right? So there he is, the most handsome presidential photo. I mean, isn't that something? That's Vladik, $5 super chat. Thank you. How long until DeSantis drops out? That's a good question. I mean, he's looking really bad lately, isn't he? Oh, man, DeSantis, his campaign's about over. Now, let me go through more of this because I got a lot to cover here. And a couple of people have called in today about the black support moving into the Trump camp. And that is so true. By the way, if you would like to call in, I always take calls on my live streams. The number is toll-free from anywhere, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. So look at this. This is an example of black support moving towards Trump after all these arrests and the mugshot.
Saying it before, black people, I mean, all people going to vote in large numbers, but black people are going to vote for Trump in large numbers. I'm not even, this is no cap. This is no over-exaggerating. They're seeing what the justice system is doing to Trump. And it's making Trump more and more likable. Because, like I said, black people feel that they have that same type of experience of the justice system being used against them. But that mugshot has sealed the deal. Trump winning in Atlanta, saying it before.
Yeah. So that's what you got. And, you know, what's happened is the Democrats have spent so much time turning black people against law enforcement and the justice system and how unfair and corrupt it is. What they're doing is they're turning people that are supporting Black Lives Matter into MAGA people. Right? I mean, think about that. I'm not talking about the leaders of the organization. I'm talking about regular people around the country that would consider themselves strong supporters of Black Lives Matter. These BLMers are becoming MAGA now because of this overwhelming misuse of our justice system as a weapon against President Trump. And that mugshot in Atlanta, I think, was really the final straw on that. And, you know, we got a lot of wokesters in this country that we've got to deal with. And not all blacks are going to jump over to the Trump train. No doubt about that. But a lot are. And, you know, you chip off a few percentage points of this Democrat base group and that Democrat base group. And next thing you know, we've won the whole damn thing. And that's what's happening. Now Ron DeSantis is just in total self-destruct mode. I mean, you know, that debate, which was a non-event. Now, we got the ratings. The Fox News ratings were about 11 million, okay? Now they're starting to add in some digital things, and they have it a little over 12 when they add in all their digital things. But let's give them the 12 million. So what? President Trump is over 250 million on his interview that he did with Tucker Carlson. And Ron DeSantis, you can see a change in him. In this next clip I play in a moment, you'll see a change in his whole demeanor. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Lacey Riley. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Lacey, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Flower Mound, Texas.
All right. Lacey in Texas. What's on your mind?
I wanted to tell you, so I got involved in politics with Ben Carson. I was with the PAC Run, Done, Run. And, one of the things we were trying to do was bring blacks into the Republican Party because basically it's a well-known fact. 15% to 18%, if we could get 15 to 18% of the blacks on our side, the Democrats could never win another federal election. And I believe Trump got at least 18% in 2020, and that's why they had to cheat. And the thing of it is, it's coming more and more. I've been watching it for a long time, since basically 2012. I am running as a Republican candidate, actually, to control my county party. I urge everybody to not say they don't want to be a Republican anymore. This is our party. We're taking it back.
That's
We're
right.
the first. We want everybody in. And actually, we have to do it because they are coming against Trump. The reason why they're bringing all these people in, the Democrats have to have an underclass, and they can't because they have to control them in their vote.
Well, what they need is they need a peasant class that are dependent on the federal government for their living and food and shelter. And blacks in this country, we've reached a point now where we have total economic equality, even with African Americans, which was lacking for a long time. So once people become middle class, upper middle class, and above, they start paying taxes, they become conservative. So because of that, because blacks are homeowners in numbers that have never been seen before and are earning very good livings, they don't like to pay taxes for freeloaders. So they're bringing in a group of people that will be dependent on them. Yeah, that's right. Yes, you're correct.
That's right. Well, the other thing, everybody, is I don't know if everybody knows this, but the leader of Blacks for Trump, he's sitting in jail in Atlanta right now.
He's been denied bail now. They've denied him bail, I read this morning.
We need to rally around him. I'm hoping President Trump is going to do something to help him get out because we need to rally around him. He has been a diehard Trump supporter, and this is absolutely a racist thing that they're doing.
I want you guys, I'm going to get into this in some more detail later in the stream here, but I want you to think about this. They have the reporting today is the Blacks for Trump leader was denied bail. Not that he couldn't make bail, that he was denied bail. I'm not sure which it is, but that's what's being reported. They have a black man in jail in Fulton County because he supports Trump. I want you to think about that. That's like when the Democrats in Georgia put Martin Luther King in jail. That's a scary thing. Of all the people, Blacks for Trump in jail, no bail.
It's an intimidation factor, and they've been using that against black people for so long. And actually, the more and more we have, and look at the growth. We have awesome black conservatives coming into office. They're running for office. We need to support them, not just because they're black, but they are standing against, it's like they're coming out like gay people probably did in the 70s to their family.
Yeah.
It's a cultural issue that, that people that have had Democrats in their family understand. But it is also, they're called names like Uncle Tom. Lots of racism is used against them. And people need to understand we need to be, they have solid support. They call us racist because they're trying to suppress the blacks. I'm sorry, but we are all American. I'm a Christian. We are all made in the image of God, and this racism stuff and this, segregation between races and classes and all these kind of things. It is divisive. It's a Marxist tactic, and, we need to support these people. That guy, this has to be made a major story that he's sitting in jail there.
Absolutely.
While all these other people are out. And, I'm just hoping that President Trump, because President Trump knows that man is always behind him.
When you've got a group of defendants, I think there's some limitations on what you can do when you're kind of like a co-defendant. It's like President Trump's valet is in the Miami case, and he had some trouble getting an attorney. I don't think President Trump can financially help these other defendants. I think there might be some conflicts with that. But, I agree with you. I mean, he's obviously in jail in Fulton County right now by Fani Willis because he's a black man who supports Trump, right. and that's a Klan tactic that Fani Willis is using with him. I mean, that's god awful. He's a black man who's not supporting the approved political candidate, and they have him in jail in Fulton County, which is they keep telling us is one of the worst county jails in America.
That's correct. That's correct. It looks like somebody died of basically a bed bug infestation. I mean, it's disgusting.
I've never even heard of that before. I know I've heard that story, but I've never heard of bed bugs killing people before. But it's happened in this jail, they say. Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Anyway, thank you for everything you're doing, Brian. I watch you in the morning.
Oh, great!
I'm in
Thank
Texas. You come on YouTube, and actually the algorithm it comes up every time, every morning I see you. So
that's right.
Thank you for doing what you're doing. Stay strong, everybody. We're going to get this. Donald Trump is going to win 2024. Thank you.
That's right. Lacey from Texas. By the way, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. This is most definitely where MAGA comes to talk. I am the most pro-Donald Trump person you will find anywhere. And I proudly say that I never criticize President Trump. You'll never hear me disagree with President Trump. And he doesn't need me disagreeing or criticizing him. Enough people do that already. But that's not to say that he's done something that I disapprove of or disagree with or would criticize and I hide it from you. I'm just following his lead to saving this country and making it great again. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Roy in Richmond. What's up, Roy? Brian?
Hey.
Are we fighting the good fight, or are we just going to go along to get along with these Democrats who have weaponized?
Well, we're not fighting anything. Let me be clear on that, okay? You got to watch these trolls that try to get you to talk about things. We're not fighting anyone. We are peaceful people like Gandhi and Martin Luther King. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Oklahoma again.
It's one call per show, but I'll let you through again since you slid through. One call per show, please.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
But you're back, so we'll do it.
My name is Robbie Garrett again. I have one quick question. You're on the verge of getting me back to being MAGA, and I want to thank you for that.
You're the guy. You're the guy earlier that said that Trump was the worst president ever.
I was wrong. His policies are awesome. I was wrong.
Oh, I've converted you already in just an hour, less than an hour.
My question is, the 2022 midterms, okay? Republicans should have swept away with that one. Why didn't we?
In 2022, we did well. We won the House of Representatives back from Pelosi.
By a thin margin.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We still won it. And so far as the Senate, we didn't win the Senate back because not enough seats that were in play were up. This time around, there are more seats that are vulnerable up.
Okay.
So it was not, but the House of Representatives, you may not have noticed, but Nancy Pelosi is no longer the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Oh, no, she's not.
So we won the House of Representatives. I don't care how slim the majority is, we still won it. We would have done better, but President Trump, who was traveling around having rallies for all the candidates in both houses, the television wasn't running them. And if the television were doing their job, the news, and carrying the rallies, we would have done better, but we still won the House of Representatives, man. We didn't lose. We won it.
So, I mean, but Herschel Walker...
listen, President Bush, George W... slow down.
I think Oz should have been better.
Slow down.
George won that one.
George W... You talk about this slim majority like that's a loss. We still won it. George W. Bush in 2000 won the presidency by 150 votes in Florida. 150 votes in Florida, and he won the presidency. So who cares?
Probably the slimmest margins ever.
Yeah, but he still won. So who cares? You watch swim meets, you watch runners, they win by 100th of a second. Who cares? We still won.
How did Fetterman win with him being brain dead? How did he win?
Please. I think you know the answer. But listen, it's one call per stream. I appreciate that. But thanks for the call, and it's appreciated. So, and you're all welcome to call in. It's a toll-free call at 1-888-465-2631. Now, you're on the air. What's your name? Let me click it. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Brian, one quick question. I know I'm not supposed to do this. We won the Republicans in majority in 2022, and these spineless cowards have done nothing to defend President Trump's constitutional rights. Where are they?
That's true.
I want that talked about.
That's true. And by the way,
would you do that?
I will. Hey, listen, Jeff, take care, man. I'm gonna move on, but thanks because you called earlier. It's one call per stream, guys. Now I want to look at DeSantis here, and this is after the debate and after the mugshot. All right, hold on, caller. I'll get you in just a moment. All right. This is Ron DeSantis after the debate and after the mugshot. And, you know, I was showing earlier the full body mugshot of President Trump. You can see the body language here with DeSantis. He looks depressed, doesn't he? He's like, ugh. You can see it in his face and his body language. DeSantis feels defeated, which is a good thing. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Steve from Chicago.
Hey, Steve, speak up.
I just feel I really love the way you shoot down liberals, and it makes me think, wow, I would love my brother, because you to speak to my brother, because he always treats me like all the liberals, and I hear you, and I'm like, wow, you'd be my great defender if I was ever in an argument with my brother about Trump.
Well, you can always give your liberal Trump-hating brother my number. I'll talk to him.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, also the photograph, the full body photograph. Is there a way that Trump, when he's president, and Congress can make that photo a stamp, a postage stamp? Is there a way?
It's a hey, thanks for the call. He wants to make the hold on. You're on the air, caller. Slow down. Hold on for a second, caller. The last caller wants to make the mugshot of an official U.S. postage stamp. I think that's a great idea, and I don't know what the process is for that. I don't know if you can have living people on postage stamps, but I think it'd make a great postage stamp. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Mitchell from Delray.
Yes. What's up, Delray?
Mitchell from Delray.
Yes, Mitchell from Delray.
I usually call in during the week, and I haven't called in for like 3 months. But
okay.
I love your show. Hey, listen, I have a question. You have a cruise coming up, correct?
That's right.
So how does one get involved in the cruise?
Well, you got to call our travel agent and make a reservation. I'll give you the number. You want the number to our travel agent? I was going to talk about the cruise in a little bit, but yeah, go get something to write on. I'll give you the number.
I'm getting a notepad.
Okay.
All right, hold up.
I got to pull up his number, but I'm going to get. You got to wait a minute. I'm pulling up the number. I don't have it in my hand here, but hold on. I'll give you his number in just a moment.
No, I got you. No worries.
Hold on. I don't mind. Yeah, you should join us on this is our 5th annual MAGA cruise on the Celebrity Beyond, and his number is our travel agent Ian is 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. You call that number, and you can join us on the cruise.
I have the number. What's the dates of the cruise, and what port are you going out of?
We are leaving out of Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades, on the Celebrity Beyond, April 27th for a week.
Oh,
and we're going to the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
So like if I'm traveling, I mean, granted, I'm a single person. I don't have someone coming with me.
Oh.
Is there a way to travel by myself, or do I have to buy 2 rooms?
Well, you call the travel agent. He'll help you out with that. We have a lot of people that are singles that come on our cruise. A lot of people. And you'll believe me, we have a great family of friends. We hang out the whole week together, our whole group. So you'll meet friends, and he'll answer all those questions. And I've been telling you guys, there were 2 people that came on our cruise that were singles on the last cruise. They didn't know each other. The only thing they know is this show, and they're engaged to be married now. They met on the cruise. They were both on there single, and they're getting married. Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. God bless you, man. MAGA.
All right.
I'm a
That's right.
100% Trump. The mugshot, Trump looked like a fucking. Sorry, excuse my language.
You can say. I'm not on the radio right now. You can say it.
Trump looked like a fucking beast. That photo of Trump was an FAFO. Fuck around and find out. That was
all right. Take care. One was enough. 3 was overkill. But yes. I don't have to hit the dump button when I'm streaming. So let me play this clip because you can see in Ron DeSantis. I'll talk more about the cruise in just a little bit, okay, guys? Because I want you all to come. And the majority of the people on the cruise are people from YouTube and from my podcast. We have so many people around the country that are viewers here from YouTube and listeners to my podcast. So now again, this is after the Fox News debate and also after the mugshot. And you can see in DeSantis's face, I mean, he looks defeated, and he's in the Field of Dreams where that Kevin Costner movie. Is that in Iowa? I guess it is. He's at a movie set and not looking happy.
So what do you think about this split screen of you here in the Field of Dreams and former President Trump being arrested in Georgia?
Well, I'm glad I'm at the Field of Dreams. I'm happy to be here.
What kind of answer is that? What kind of answer? That's my governor. He's a disgusting person. I'm happy I'm here. He should be at President Trump's side, but no, he's not. But you can see in his face, he knows it's over and that he screwed up. And he's just finally realizing that. And the only thing he's trying to figure out now is what's he going to do about it. Now, for people that are just joining the stream, I found this morning when I woke up, which was amazing. This is the full body mugshot of President Trump. Hey, caller, hold on just 1 second. This is the full body mugshot of President Trump. I don't know who took this photograph, but this is an actual picture when the mugshot was taken, and I think he looks athletic, thin, trim, and handsome. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Tony from West Palm. I just heard you say that DeSantis didn't look good. I don't know what you were talking about. I mean, he looked fine,
For a depressed man, you don't think he looked depressed in that picture I just showed?
No, I think Trump and you look more depressed since he's
I look depressed. So this is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you agree. This is interesting what you said. No, slow down. No, slow down. What you just said. Slow down for a second. What you said was very interesting. You agree with me that Ron DeSantis looks depressed. You just think Trump and myself look more depressed than Ron DeSantis. So you agree DeSantis looks depressed.
No, not really.
You said that we're more
playing
depressed.
around with the words.
No, those are the words you used.
You are depressed. You are depressed. I mean,
What do you-
you went on a religious thing the other day to go and look at Donald Trump's airplane. I mean, that's like, what is that? That's like cultish, dude.
Cultish?
You're like part of a cult.
Really?
Yeah, sure is.
What is it?
Nobody else is doing that.
What
Why
do
are
I
you
do?
out there looking at
Why?
the plane?
Well, because I'm blessed, like you live here in South Florida. I live and drive by the airport where Trump Force One calls its home. And every day when I go to work, I drive by the airport where Trump Force One is. And I thought I would drive by and show everyone the plane on the tarmac. What's wrong with that?
I mean, the fact that you went over there. And
I didn't go over there. I drive
making
by it
that
every day. That's how I drive by it every day.
Okay, well, I just thought that was very strange for a radio personality to be doing.
Why?
That, you know?
Why?
Why?
It's
Because
cool.
Because it's cultish, dude.
It's cultish?
Go over there and say that you're going over there to get what's that you said?
Okay, now let me ask you this, because you say that it's cultish for me to drive by and see the most famous plane in America, Trump Force One, and that I drive by every morning on my way to and from work.
Maybe that's the most
slow
famous plane
slow
in
down.
America for you.
I've got a question for you though. If it's cult-like for me to stop and make a video of the plane of Trump Force One that I drive by every day on the way to and from work, are you cult-like? And what I mean by that is you seem to follow me a lot. You following my YouTube video in front of the plane a few days ago. Now you're here watching me. You follow me a lot. Are you cult-like when it comes to me?
No, I just like to watch a train wreck. That's all.
A train wreck?
So, and you keep popping up. Yeah. I mean.
And
you're
I
the
keep
guy
what?
that
I
says
keep
that
popping
Donald
into
Trump
what?
keeps
Your
doing-
life? So now explain to me why you don't like Trump. Why don't you like Trump?
What? Why don't I like Trump?
Yes.
Well, he's just not the right man for the party. That's all.
Can you be more specific? You're Republican?
He lost election cycle after election. Okay, he lost election cycle after
Yeah, but you didn't like him before that. Why did you not like Trump in the beginning?
I don't want to lose anymore.
No. Before that, why didn't you like Trump? Like when you voted for Hillary in 2016.
In the beginning, I voted for him in 2016 and 2020.
Okay, so why'd you vote for? So why'd you vote for him?
Why did I vote for him? Because he was the best man for the job.
Okay, and then you said, slow down. And then you said, and then in 2022, what happened in 2022 that he lost your support?
He lost everything. He lost everything all over the place.
What are you talking
lost
about?
In Pennsylvania, lost in Georgia.
Slow down. In 2022, President Trump lost everything?
Yes.
And in 2022, Trump won and retook the House of Representatives, and Nancy Pelosi was fired.
He didn't do that.
Yes. No, it's not. What party controls the House? What House?
Okay.
Slow down. What political party controls the House?
Republicans, but that wasn't Trump. That was freaking DeSantis' congressional map that he changed and got 4 extra seats, you idiot.
President Trump ran around the. Excuse me.
What are you talking about?
Can you not interrupt?
Oh my.
And please don't take the Lord's name in vain either. So President Trump ran around and had rallies for these candidates, and we retook the House of Representatives. You said he lost everything.
And they lost.
No, we won the House of Representatives. Kevin McCarthy is a Republican. Right. He's the Speaker. So Pelosi was the Speaker before, so we won the House of Representatives. We didn't lose everything.
DeSantis got 4 extra seats from his congressional map.
DeSantis.
What's our majority?
Okay. So DeSantis, slow down.
Okay.
DeSantis won re-election, right? That's a Republican. So when you say that we lost everything, that's just not true. And it's amazing. It sounds like you're in a cult of denial.
No,
are you okay?
I'm in a cult of reality.
You said we lost everything, but if we lost everything, how did we retake the United States House of Representatives from Pelosi? If we lost everything. Oh, now we're getting cell phone problems. You said we lost everything. I pointed out that the Republicans retook the House of Representatives. So we didn't lose everything. We won the House. What? Now we're getting the cell phone problems. Oh, my goodness. All right. Thank you for the call. Oh, my goodness. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian. This is Nick from Baltimore.
You know, Nick in Baltimore, there's these Trump derangement syndrome sufferers. We lost everything, but we retook the House. I don't know what they're talking about, man.
They don't know what they're talking about. Well, you're not going to convince people that are...
That's what happens when you get your news from MSNBC.
Yep, and NPR and ABC and CBS and NBC and...
How would you describe Trump's? How would you describe Trump's appearance in the full body mugshot?
Oh, I love it.
Looks great, doesn't it?
It looks great. It's like the previous caller that was talking about the cruise. It's a great call, and the caller before this guy, he was saying how it looked awesome, and it does. He looks awesome, and it's a picture of strength, and it's like,
oh yeah,
payback is coming. That's the look I saw. Payback is coming.
Yeah. And he looks like he looks very thin too, and trim and in shape.
Yeah.
Yes. So what's on your mind? Why'd you call?
He's great. Well, I wanted to mention this thing with this. What is her name? Fani Lewis or
Fani Lewis? Fani Lewis. Fani, which is another word for ass. Fani Lewis.
Yeah. Well, she's holding a black guy, Harrison Ford, without any bail.
Yeah, because he's one of the leaders of blacks for Trump. I mean, talk about political prisoner.
Right, and notice how you have a racist black prosecutor. I hate to bring this thing up like this, but what it is, she's using him as an example. And those judges, this judge that was there was on vacation, and not to give this guy bail, it's ridiculous. I mean, Trump would probably pay his bail, but he can't even pay bail because there's no bail set.
That's right. He's being. We got, listen, out of all, how many defendants are there? Is it 19 with Trump? So they got 19 defendants. 18 are out on bail. The one that has been denied bail is the black for Trump guy, right? And I don't think that's a coincidence. He is supporting the unapproved state candidate. So because he's a black man supporting Trump, he's been denied bail. I don't buy all this judge off and all this BS. They have bail hearings on Saturday mornings, man, in these courtrooms. That's nonsense.
Well, you know, Greta did a whole thing. I mean, she's really hot about this. I was watching her on Newsmax. I was watching Newsmax all night last night, and they've been very good, by the way. But you know, this is really a travesty, and people see what's going on. And the more they push like this, it is going to be payback. I'm sorry.
Well, our payback is going to be Inauguration Day, and you know, and I hope I hope that on Inauguration Day that President Trump holds up his mugshot from Fulton County. I mean, when you think about all this oppression that he's gone through, to be sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. That's an amazing accomplishment.
I mean, to think what they put him through and his family, I mean, it's ridiculous. And you have Biden and his crime family that with all this corruption, and it's there. And I see that woman on MSNBC, what is her, Nicole Wallace?
Yeah.
That awful woman. She's gloating. The disgraced former president. He's not a disgraced former president. She's a disgrace. They ought to take MSNBC off the air.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, though, you know, I think we might eventually see a mugshot with Fani Willis because this Jim Jordan Judiciary Committee looking into collusion between the Justice Department and her. That's criminal stuff going on there.
Yep.
And there's definitely something going on. You tell me they got 19 defendants. And the one man that's denied bail is the Blacks for Trump guy. That's an extra harsh punishment. Yeah, that's an extra harsh punishment that they're putting him through.
Well, it's political prisoner. It's like the J6 thing all over again. And you know, I'll just mention this very quickly. After you go off, you know, at noontime, Charlie Kirk comes on, and he did a show the other day about the J6 people, and he showed a shot of a guy they have in a closet, and what is her name? What is the girl on MSNBC, the black girl who's a racist?
Joy Reid.
Joyless Reid. And she's saying how they were treated. They're treated special, and they're being treated well. And he was playing her, but alongside he had a picture of that guy in a closet with a bucket for a toilet.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, isn't it? It's crazy. It's hard to believe it's America. It's insane.
And it's the same thing with this guy, Brian. It's the same thing with Mr. Ford. He's a political prisoner. And
That's right.
I can't believe what's going on in my country.
No, it's disgusting. It's hard to believe it's happening. I think, obviously, we're all aware of what's going on, but I think there's also a bit of shock going on. It's hard to believe it's happening, but you know, the caller that I talked to earlier, that all of a sudden, you know, the cult guy, he says we're depressed. No, we're not. We're energized by this.
Yes, we are.
And as is President Trump, and that's just not how it was supposed to be. They wanted the mugshot to look like either Nick Nolte or the 9/11 mastermind. Remember, they got him in the middle of the night with his hair sticking up in the T-shirt. They didn't realize that we were going to get such a courageous, dignified, eye of the tiger mugshot from President Trump, and now this full body photograph that's come out. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, it is, and the thing of it is, President Trump knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
And like you said many times, just pay attention to President Trump. he is so straight ahead and so sharp. He doesn't seem worried at all, because when you know you're right, you feel totally in perspective, and you don't have to justify anything.
Yeah.
You know you're on the side of right, and we're going to win.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey Nick, it's good to hear from you.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thanks so much. Now, if you'd like to call in, anytime I'm live streaming, I take calls live on the air. All the calls are screenless, as you can tell by the quality of some of them, but that's cool. I don't mind. You can call toll-free no matter where you're watching at 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call no matter where you are listening. Now, this is an interesting thing. The great Laura Loomer was in Fulton County, and it's an interesting thing she picked up. I was watching, I'm going to show some video from Laura Loomer here. That's Laura Loomer outside the jailhouse in Fulton County, Georgia. And I was watching on Right Side Broadcasting in front of the jailhouse, and I was watching here at home on the TV on YouTube with my wife, Kathy. And I told my wife, I said, I've been to so many Trump events and these, up at Mar-a-Lago and everything else. And I told her, I said, a lot of these people I have seen at other events here in Florida for President Trump. A lot of the same people, and you do see a lot of the same people when you go all the time. But I saw a lot of, but I figured, they're locals. Boy, was I wrong. Laura Loomer, when you go to these groups, I am very, very careful who I talk to. I don't do interviews unless I know who the person is and who they're with for sure. I don't let people come and take photographs of me unless I know who they are and things like this, because there's a lot of fake MAGA in these groups, and you've got to be very careful about them. They wear MAGA clothes, they wear the red, white, and blue, and everything else, but they're not. They're liberal agitators that are trying to get the MAGA people to behave in a certain way. Like you hear sometimes with callers who'll try to bait me. Well, Laura Loomer, here she is. I'm going to play you this video. She's outside the Fulton County jail. They're waiting for our great President Trump to come. And she picked out one of these guys is not MAGA. He's pretending to be MAGA. And he's the guy that was arrested in Miami for jumping in front of the Trump vehicle. Remember that guy? Watch this. This is Laura Loomer. You obviously can follow on Twitter, Laura Loomer on Twitter. Watch. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on, caller. I'll be right with you, okay? We're going to watch this Loomer video first. Now, watch this. That's Loomer.
This is a KDNC political operative who has come here today to disrupt a peaceful rally.
Now, look, so this is what you got to be careful. This guy's dressed as Uncle Sam, and Laura Loomer recognized him as a paid Democrat operative, and he's dressed as Uncle Sam trying to infiltrate the MAGA group.
Disrupt a peaceful rally. He was arrested as an unhinged leftist lunatic for charging President Trump's motorcade. Yeah. And he is paid by DNC operatives to instigate violence at peaceful rallies.
Hillary Clinton has murdered so many people.
You need to leave.
Yeah, look at that. So she's called him out. Now watch this.
No, they out of you, huh? Yeah.
If you're going to be instigating violence and putting your hands on people, I'm the organizer of the rally.
You're the organizer of the rally?
And this is a peaceful rally.
And we're pretty organized.
You put your hands on multiple people and it was caught on camera.
Like Biden.
Democrats love that siren. Now, look, this guy is trying to block Laura Loomer with a Trump sign. You see this guy? He's trying. The Uncle Sam here is trying to block Laura Loomer with the Trump sign. See, that's why when you go to these Trump events, you got to be careful on who you're interacting with.
America. I have a right. Oh, do it one more time. That was good. Do it again. We need that. Oh, yeah, perfect. You did it just like we rehearsed.
Wow. See what you're dealing with? Hey, caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian, my name is Brent from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Brent, what's up?
Hey, love the show. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much. I appreciate what you have to say.
Thank you.
And I think Trump's ultimately going to win in the end. I do think that he's going to beat these court cases and stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about the court process to that point, because I don't hear a lot of people on any show really talking about it. So, like you mentioned a couple of weeks ago, that Dick Morris thinks that Trump will go to prison eventually,
Jail,
and then
yeah.
will be released. So let's say Trump gets convicted in one of the cases. He's going to definitely appeal it, but the question is, would he appeal it from prison? Would he appeal it from his house? Would he be on the campaign? That's the thing that confuses me. I think
if
the
he
Supreme
were,
Court
by the way, Itchy Brain, $5 super chat. Thanks so much. If he got a conviction, he would probably appeal it while he was out on bail. Would be my guess if they would give it to him. I mean, this judge in D.C. who donates to Obama and was Hunter's boss at the law firm and all of that, and of course was the law firm represented Huma Ahmadine during Hillary's girlfriend during the server thing. I don't know if she's going to let him stay out of jail on appeal. But nobody knows, because we're in new territory that has never been experienced before. A president of the United States on trial. It's never happened before.
Yeah, because I was thinking let's say that he loses to the D.C. January 6th case or something like that, but he appeals it and he's on the campaign trail, by then it would probably be the general election against Joe Biden. I'm confused if he would campaign in jail or would he be on bail and would be
You mean if they put him in jail before? Oh, I see what you're saying. Before the campaign was over, if they put him in jail.
He gets convicted.
He would be limited if he were actually locked up. He would be limited on his outside communication based on what the rules are at that jail. That's a good question. I don't know. Nobody knows the answers to these. The reason no one talks about those things is because none of this has ever happened before, so no one knows how it's going to work out. We're going to find this is nobody knows. That's why you haven't heard anybody talk about it.
And then if he's in prison and waiting for an appeal and he wins the election, which we all think will happen, how will that work?
He'll pardon himself he would pardon himself from the jail cell. And Mark Levin says that he's even capable of pardoning, that it is not true that presidents cannot pardon local crimes. Mark Levin said a week or so ago that President Trump could pardon himself on the Fulton County charges unless they get tossed out by the courts, but he can pardon himself on those charges too. His first act would be to pardon himself and release himself from jail. I kind of like that picture. I think that would be a powerful image. That would be the end of the Democrat Party.
Well, the Democrats are scared because 3 years ago they had Biden winning Pennsylvania by 10, 12 points, and he so-called won by 1 point, and the polls now have it like a tie. So,
Well, I was talking about this yesterday. Democrats have a lot of problems. One of the biggest problems they have are no boundaries. They never stop pushing. And this mugshot was just too far. If they would have stuck with the document case, they would have maybe not done themselves as much damage. But 4 cases and then the mugshot, they've pushed too far. And they've turned people that are loyal to the Democrats into Trump people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I see it in Pennsylvania. There was people that was listening to MSNBC, CNN 3 years ago and believed the COVID stuff that Trump caused. And now those people, who some are Democrats, are planning to vote for Trump in 2024 here in Pennsylvania, which is one of the states that matters.
And that's happening nationwide. And, another reason that is people are by nature selfish, and prices are so out of control on everything. People are struggling financially, and they remember how great financially things were when Trump was in office. So that's another factor. Mm-hmm. And you look at what the Democrats are doing. They raised interest rates again yesterday. The Democrats what they're doing are trying to make things even more expensive. They're not doing anything about inflation, interest rates. They're doing everything to make things more unaffordable and to cause American workers to struggle even more. So they're not even aware of what they're doing. They have Trump derangement syndrome so severe they can't even see reality, man.
So you think, last thing, you think it would just go down to a pardon? I thought it would go to the Supreme Court and they would overturn it.
It may. It may. Okay. Who knows? We don't know. Again, it's never happened, so we don't know what's going to happen. No one knows.
Right. Well, he's fighting strong. I love the mugshot that you posted, the full body.
It's beautiful.
It's great. And then, the other question I have is, like, January, if he wins the election, what's Kamala Harris going to do on the next January 6th?
I don't. Well, she's gonna have to do it. We're gonna win, and she's gonna have to certify it. That's what she'll do. Hey, listen, thanks for the call, man. Yeah, you're all welcome to call in. It's a toll-free call, 1-888-GO-CANE1, 888-465-2631. And right now, as we stand, we are at 259.2 million have watched the interview with President Trump. With Tucker, 259. Let me refresh that, and let me get an updated thing here. Let me refresh that page, because it goes up constantly. Hey, caller, hold on for a second. Yeah, we are at 259.2 million on that Tucker interview right now. That's absolutely amazing. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Brian. It's Vicky from Port St. Lucie.
Hey, Vicky, what's on your mind?
I have one word for that picture. That is so Vogue. He could be on that could be on the cover of Vogue or any fact. It is so fantastic.
You're talking about the full body mugshot?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. It's a good one.
He looks wonderful.
He does, doesn't he?
I was thinking about this this morning. Donald Trump has, because of the person he is, because of his circumstances, and because of the state of our nation, he has really galvanized, I think, the core libertarian mindset of the American people.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy because of it, but I'm very concerned because it is so far away from the election that we're going to sit up, because I hear so many people say, he's going to win, he's going to win. We cannot sit on our laurels. We have got to get to work and stay on top of this.
Oh, we are. There's never been a movement like this in the history of this country, and there's going to be the voter turnout for President Trump, both early voting and day of, because we got to do all the early voting and all that stuff. It's going to be the largest voter turnout in history, and not only, now there's a lot of vulnerable seats up in the Senate. All right, the whole House is up, of course, but in a third of the Senate. But there's vulnerable seats up in the Senate. We have a possibility of taking the Senate too, as well as get a larger majority in the House, and then the presidency. I mean, this is it.
Right.
I mean, and think about how bad things are now in the country. You look at Biden, who's more frail than ever, day by day, who's done nothing. Look, the neglect that Biden has shown towards Maui, is how he is towards everything in this country.
Right. Well, they're such cheaters, the radical liberals.
Well, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with all of these arrests. But this is the thing, caller. By the way, thanks for the call. I mentioned this once or twice. I saw Eric Trump on an interview a couple years ago, and he was talking about his dad. He said, "My dad is at his best when he's down, when he's facing opposition, when he's facing pressure. And guys that are as successful as President Trump, that's when they're at their best." And all this oppression through the injustice system and everything they're weaponizing against him is going to make him more successful and more of a winner. Now, if you're just joining the stream, this is the full body photograph when the mugshot of President Trump was taken. And it's a beautiful picture, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. Is that a beautiful picture? And these CNNers and everything that are just obsessed with his weight that they just can't. They just can't. And you see the full body photograph, and you can see that 215. That's what he is.
In the records, his height and weight, 6'3", 215 pounds. So it's out there.
215
pounds. 1.5.
But did they say that they took it because we were told that he filled out some papers ahead of time?
I don't think they put him. It doesn't look like they put him on a scale.
No, my understanding is he was given the ability to fill out some paperwork ahead of time, including his weight.
And he he filled out, Donald Trump said that he weighs 215
I was
pounds.
not there, but
It's a self-reporting.
But it's a self-reporting. Yeah.
So he's lost 25 pounds since he was president, is what we're understanding. Because he was, I believe, Dr. Ronnie Jackson said that he weighed something like 242 for his official physical, which people at the time were skeptical of
It
that
says
number.
here, we're looking at the document.
White male.
6'3", 215 pounds, hair blonde or strawberry, eyes blue.
Did he fill that out as too, blonde or strawberry? Or is that...
I think all of this was
How does strawberry end up in a booking sheet?
That's a good question. Not something I would.
Strawberry blonde.
I've never seen strawberry as an option on any form.
Okay, Chapper is in shock and disbelief. And now that we see the full body photograph, I mean, there's no getting around it. President Trump is... Now, if you want this photo, it's on my Twitter, Brian Craig Show on Twitter. You guys should follow me there. I have this photograph of President Trump, the full body mugshot, on my Twitter. All right? I know. He's looking great, isn't he? Absolutely, he's looking great. Now, I want to tell you guys again, the MyPillow towel sets are back. This is a new color. And the ones that my wife and I have, we have these darker blue ones and the white ones. And this morning when I took a shower before the stream, I dried off with my white MyPillow towel set. But we also have the blue ones. And this is a new color. And, yeah, they're great. And they're just $39.99 with our promo code Kane. Normal $109.98, just $39.99 with our promo code Kane at checkout. And you can see, those are the pillows, hold on, which are also very good. But here's the towels, the 6-piece MyPillow towel set. They have all of these different colors. Just $39.99 with my promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. And remember, you can use my promo code Kane for any of the specials, any of the deals at MyPillow.com. Not just the ones I'm talking about, but the MyPillow towels have been out of stock for quite some time, and they are back. You will love them. These are towels like you've never had before. And my wife and I have had our towels since they first came out, and they are just like new. We wash them, we dry them every week. They're just like new. Are these red ones here? Is that a new color too? I know that looks like a new color to me. And they're just great towels. And of course, they come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and made with 100% USA cotton. You'll love them. So go to MyPillow.com. Use my promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E, and get your MyPillow towels. And when you do that, you're supporting my stream. Yeah, this full-body mugshot just blew me away. I saw this when I first woke up this morning, and I was like, that is just an incredible photograph of President Trump, isn't it? Absolutely. He couldn't look any better than this. Now, listen, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, okay? I am the most pro-Donald Trump MAGA guy you're going to find anywhere, and this channel is where MAGA comes to talk. I live stream 7 days a week, and every time I live stream, I also take live calls on the stream, and we have a great community on this channel. As you can see, even if you're not watching live, you can go back and watch the live chat. You can see we've got a great MAGA group in our live chat, and we also, in the comments, you can see there's an incredible MAGA family on this channel, and thank you all for your support. But if you are not subscribed, subscribe. You'll love this channel. I upload a lot of content. Not just my live streaming where I take live calls 7 days a week. I also have a podcast, the Brian Craig Show podcast, that I co-host with my wife that I upload on this channel. And I do a lot of vlogging too and a lot of other things that you'll see on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. And everyone who's already subbed, please like the video, because when you like the video, it tells that famous YouTube algorithm everyone's talking about all the time to recommend this video and my other content to people that have not yet found my channel, and that's a good thing. We want as many people as possible to find the channel, right? So liking the video helps that, and if you click the notification bell, then you'll know when I go live. Hey guys, my name is Brian Craig. Thanks everyone for watching, and we had some great calls today. And earlier in the stream, we had one call. Guy didn't like Trump. He said Trump was the worst president ever. Had a conversation with him. He called me back less than an hour later, and he says, now I'm on the Trump train. So you never know. You never know. We converted a Trump hater into a MAGA train rider on this stream, which was amazing. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good Saturday morning, Brian. It's JJ from Mass.
Hey, JJ, what's up?
I was just going to say, I'm looking at that full body of President Trump, and it's pretty awesome. It kind of, quite honestly, looking at it, it reminds me of Christopher Walken, Kings of New York.
Yeah,
he looks like he's a bad man, and I just love the picture. And it's we talked about it on Friday on the radio show that it's basically they're helping him relate to the common man. I mean, both Democrat, normal people, not politicians or the elites, but normal, hardworking people, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, they don't like this. They just do not like this, Stasi, Jack, boots, Gestapo tactics by our own government.
That's right.
I mean, we didn't elect, these people for that type of stuff. And so now that people are starting to wake up, especially I heard one lady talking about the black community. We get a certain percentage of them, and then it's over for the Democrat Party.
That's right.
And I think the Tucker, the TNT interview, light the fuse on that, and then we put out his mugshot in this full length. I think it's going to penetrate enough of the Democrat voters, and independents, to the point where they just realize it's out of control, the lying, the deception. And I think that's why so many people watch Trump and Tucker, because they're sick of the lying and deception, the dishonesty from the media, and they want a little bit of truth, a little bit of honesty, and that now people can tell the difference. They're starting to be able to see it.
Oh, yeah. You can see in this mugshot, not only is he fit and trim, but you can see in his body language that he's standing strong and he's filled with confidence.
Yeah, he's leaning in. He's got that little lean in, like, you want to go? I'm ready.
That's
you
right.
want to go? It's just like the black gentleman from down in Fullerton. They had the Blacks for Trump, and they had the one older guy out there. I don't know if you saw this guy. He had the shirt on that said N-word for Trump.
Yes.
And he was just saying, I want to, if I could, I'd make him king. Talking about Trump, but I mean that's the type of. I'd love to see Donald Trump for president for more than one more term, but we can't. Unfortunately, we can't do that because the next person gets it. We may get fooled somewhere, 20, 30, 50 years down the road. We could get fooled like we did with Obama. And of course, Biden,
listen, we're not gonna change our Constitution. It's the liberals that are the liberals are ignoring the Constitution and telling us everything they're doing is constitutional. But hey, listen, one more term is fine with me. Can you imagine the mandate that President Trump is going to come in with in his second and non-consecutive term after all this crap they put him through?
Exactly. And with all the things he knows now, okay, he's not going in cold this time. He's, as Steve Bannon said, he's going in hot. He knows all the people and the few people that have been left that haven't really outed themselves. A lot of these people, like DeSantis, were so blessed that he outed himself, and all these other people, Trump knows. He's got good people around him, and when he goes in this time, he's going to have. I mean, he's going to be sprinting from the very first minute.
Absolutely.
Very first minute.
All right. Hey, listen. Take care.
Good.
Thanks for the call.
You betcha.
Hey, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Dave in Virginia.
Hey, Dave. What's up?
To me, it looks like in the mugshot he's looking right at Joe Biden and he's saying, "I'm coming for you, Joe."
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Okay. Now, I wanted to go through this article here. This is really a sad thing. Harrison Floyd, he's the Blacks for Trump guy. He was one of the 19 in the Fani Willis indictment. He is the only one who is not out on bail. In fact, he's been denied bail, and he is sitting in the Fulton County Jail right now, which they tell us has the worst jail conditions of any other jail in the country. That rats. A woman called earlier and said there was a story that someone had died in the Fulton County Jail just from overexposure to bed bugs, which I didn't even know was a possible thing. But Harrison Floyd, listen to this. Trump ally Harrison Floyd is the only co-defendant forced to remain in jail after Georgia judge refused to issue bond over risk that he could commit additional felonies and flee the jurisdiction. Now, do you think, isn't this something, do you think it's just a coincidence that the one person denied bail in this case happens to be the Blacks for Trump guy? I don't think it's a coincidence. I think he is a black man who was supporting a Republican, Donald Trump, and they're punishing him as a message to other Blacks for Trump so that this could happen to you. Let's read through this article. One of Donald Trump's co-defendants was spending a second night in Fulton County Jail on Friday after he told the court he could not afford a lawyer. He was then deemed a flight risk and denied bail. He's also a Marine veteran, and there's no such thing as a former U.S. Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Okay, and this is insane. On Thursday, he surrendered at Fulton County Jail in Atlanta, but unlike the other 18, the procedure to set bail was complicated by his arrest in Maryland in May on charges of assaulting FBI agents who tried to serve him a subpoena, they say. Here is his mugshot. There's the judge in the bond hearing. This is him. I mean, this reminds you of this is him during the bond hearing. He's doing it on Zoom, which shows you that Trump and all these others could have done everything on Zoom. There was no need to go. And this is really bad. Floyd told the judge it typically costs between $40,000 to $100,000 just to retain a private lawyer to fly to Georgia. He says, I can't afford an attorney for something like this, telling the judge that he didn't want to put his family in debt, like, I guess, mortgaging his house, take a loan, I don't know. The judge told Floyd he could either hire a lawyer or represent himself. Well, what happens to appointing a lawyer? Don't you get a public defender? If you cannot afford one will be appointed to represent you if you cannot afford an attorney. Isn't that part of the Miranda? Why did the judge why did the judge tell him to represent himself and not appoint a public defender? I don't understand this. The judge told Floyd he could either hire a lawyer or represent himself. Is that a violation of his Miranda rights? It was not immediately clear why Floyd was told he could not be represented by a public defender. They told him he could not be represented by a public defender? I've never heard of such a thing. She's also one of the 19. Floyd will remain in the Fulton County Jail, which is being investigated by the Department of Justice for violence and unsanitary conditions, as well as 15 inmate deaths last year alone. One of those was a man whose family says in a lawsuit he was eaten alive by bed bugs. Oh, my goodness. Eaten alive by bed bugs. Crazy. Floyd had maintained that he was not a flight risk. Yeah, he's got no money. How's he going to do anything? But he was told that the issue of bond would ultimately be decided by Judge Scott McCaffrey, who was overseeing the case. There were no grounds for bond to be denied. He says, I'm going to go ahead and find that you are a risk to commit additional felonies and a potential risk to flee the jurisdiction. So I'm going to deny bond. All 18 other defendants in the case have been released. And many of these other people have money. They have means to flee if they wanted. They weren't denied bond. You can't flee if you got no money. And the woman here that in that mugshot, she's one of the 19. Let me find it. Her name is Trivian Kuti. I don't know. She was once a publicist for Kanye. Bail amounts range from the $200,000 to $150,000, even as little as $10,000. Sidney Powell, by the way, has requested a speedy trial. But do you think it is a coincidence that the Blacks for Trump guy has been denied bail And what is this business that they didn't appoint a public defender? I thought that was a given. You have no money, you get a public defender. I've never heard of this. So he's being denied counsel and he's being denied bail. And I believe it's because he's blacks for Trump. And they want to send a message to other blacks, don't come out and support Trump. We'll deny you a lawyer, we'll deny you bail, and we'll arrest you. And we'll send you to this rat-infested bed bug jail in Fulton County. I've never heard of anything like this. This is an injustice, and we got to follow this a lot. And his name is Harrison Floyd. Oh, yeah, George Floyd they're all into, but Harrison Floyd, they don't like him. Oh, I guess all black lives don't matter. When a black life is being oppressed like Harrison Floyd is, where's BLM? BLM should be out there demanding that he is given bail and given a public defender. I've never heard of such a thing. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to sign off, but I'll be back. Don't worry. Click that notification bell. You'll get a notification the next time I go live. My name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. And everyone, thanks for joining me on the stream. And those of you who called, thanks so much. Great calls on the stream today. Very much appreciated. I'll see you next time.